Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the readings for the month of December, and I'm going to be reading for the lovely Geminis. And as promised, Gems, I said I would create a individual tarot card for this month's reading by doing some encaustic art for you. So without further ado, I'm going to start to build up the actual background of the card to start with, and I'm going to go with the passionate red because I feel like I want to go passionate with you, Gems, for December. So we'll just put some red on this iron, okay, to start with, just so we can get a base coat, okay, on this card, some colour applied. So yeah, spirit messages we want for our lovely Geminis, okay. So I'm happy with that to start with, just to get some base colour on there for you, Gems. So I'm just going to clean this off, and then we can start to add on extra colours and get some build up of picture for you. Okay, so my lovely Gems, I'm going to go with a blue, okay, going to go with some yellow, then we'll have some magenta pinky colour, we'll have a bit of orange, okay, we'll have some white on here as well. So I'm going to go with that to start with, and then we'll have a look what builds up with the picture. So yeah, spirit messages for my lovely Geminis, please, for the month of December. What spirit messages have we got for our lovely Gems? And I just feel, Gem, that I want to add a bit more yellow on there for you. I'm just going to wipe that clean again and just put a little bit of yellow here. I just feel like I want to dot some yellow in, just to pick up here. Okay, that's brilliant. So my lovely Gems, I'm going to allow this to dry for you. I'm going to bring this in at the end of the reading just for some extra messages from it for you. So my lovelies, welcome back, and as you can see, I have left it for a day for these cards to dry, the ones that I made for you, and I am now going to be doing the monthly reads, and I need to get my cards right because I've just done Cancer, so that's no good. I am doing the lovely Gemini. I do laugh at this picture. These are old postcards that I purchased. They were in a library, but they have actually got shorts on. They're not nude. I just thought I'd put that. But I am going to be reading for the lovely Gemini, okay? And if you are new to my channel with my monthly reads, what I tend to do is premeditate on the main cards. That allows me then to do my little bit of added poetry. And then today we've got the bonus of me reading the art card to see what other hidden messages we've got there. And then I am going to pull a charm out. There's one left from the Cancer read. Look, I am going to pull a charm out at the end as well. So that's what I'm going to be doing. The decks that I'll be using in my readings, guys, I'll just drop those in the description box below. So without further ado then, I'm just going to move these out the frame to start with, and we'll come back to these in a while. So my lovely Geminis, what have we got coming in for you for the month of December 2019, the last year? Okay, my lovelies, sorry, last month of the year. We have hidden blessings. Okay, that's a lovely card. So that came out with Wizard of Awareness and Dragon's Lair. So I'm just going to concentrate on these three cards. Now, if you are new to my channel, what I tend to do is a collective read, and then I will start back at the start later on, and then I'll try and pick up on a romantic, because I know people out there, you know, what answers on romantic questions. And so I try and do two sides of the coin, a general reading, and then I will scoot back and do a romantic one. But I am going to start now on the collective, and I do feel that the hidden blessings card has come out for you, Gemini, because I feel it's a lesson, because hidden blessings sometimes reflects that we can take things for granted and we don't really realise the things that we've already got we should be grateful for. And I do feel as we go into December, it always reminds me of reflecting over the past 11 months. It also is where we look at things, what have gone wrong in our life, okay? We look at things, what we need to address before we start the new year. And with the hidden blessings here, I just think the Geminis I'm picking up with today, you need to sit down and actually think to yourself, you know what, I'm not really as bad off, or I'm not in such a bad place as I think, and I should really be grateful for what I do have around me. And when you take the time, because Gemini, I do feel that the energy that you're coming in with in December is still a bit erratic. And I want to say erratic. I just feel that, you know, you have been running around the last few months, you know, just reflecting on 2019. It's been a busy, energetic year for most of my Geminis. So going into December, it is literally about sitting down, like the Wizard of Awareness here. It's like sitting down, my lovelies, and really thinking about where you are at the moment as we get to the end of 2019, okay? If we look at this Wizard of Awareness card here, we've got a very wise person sitting there, and behind, okay, it is showing the Three of Pentacles here. And that means to me that that person is sitting there, okay? They have enough around them to sustain them in the current time. Yet they are thinking to themselves, the Geminis I'm picking up with, they are sitting there thinking, I wish I could change that. I wish I could get some more money into my life. I wish I could have this. I wish I could be there. I wish I could be doing this. And this is the hidden blessings message for you. For those people, and with the dragon's lair, okay, you have completely, and I want to say, frozen your environment. Frozen your environment with your thought pattern, okay? Now this is getting quite deep now. Basically, the Geminis I'm picking up with, I'm feeling this vibe of you feel like you're stuck. You feel like you are frozen within your environment, whether that's a work environment, the house that you're living in, or the place that you're renting, the relationship that you're in, but I'll touch base with that later on because I'm doing the collective at the moment. So here, it's as though you have literally put yourself in the deep freeze, okay? And you're not the only one, Gemini. I think it was Capricorn. I'm not sure. There's another sign that was also, yeah, I think it was Capricorn. So whether you've got, if you're a cross watcher or you've got Capricorn in your astrology chart, then just know to be mindful, to have a, you know, to have a dip in on the Capricorn read, because some of the information on there may be sort of tagging in onto your reading, my lovely gems. So this is what I'm feeling here with the energy with these cards straight away, that the Geminis I'm picking up with in December, I am feeling the energy of whoever they are sitting there thinking, even though they're in a comfortable situation with the Three of Pentacles behind them, okay, there's just this energy and thought process I'm picking up with. And December, sorry guys, I'm losing my voice here. In December, it is a busy time. It is a time for spending because people want to buy presents for their family and show their appreciation to their friends and giving and everything else. But you know what? It doesn't have to be an expensive time. We do not have to be in that, you know, madness, as I call it, crazy madness of purchasing everything, okay? So, Wizard of Awareness, my lovely Geminis, whilst you're sitting there in this thought process of this frozen state of affairs that you have made yourself by putting yourself in the deep freeze of, you know, I could do with this, I could do with that, I need to change my car, I could do with getting some more income, and this is the energy I'm feeling, okay? But it's saying you really need to sit there and be grateful of your hidden blessings. Be grateful of your hidden blessings, because I feel this is like the universe as well coming in to overlook what's going on at the moment with the Geminis as a collective, okay? And it's just saying there is going to be transformation, because we've got a beautiful butterfly here, right? We've got a beautiful butterfly in this card. Yeah, I do feel that you will have to sit down, guys, in December and literally clear out, defrost your deep freezer. That's basically what you're stuck in, what you've put yourself in. Literally, I feel that you need to have a right clear out and see what is in that deep freeze, and realise, oh wow, you know, I have got this, and I should be grateful that my deep freeze is as full as it is, okay? With the good things, the hidden blessings, what you cannot see, you need to dig deep. I'd feel like you need to dig deep within yourself, as I said, too, when you go into 2020, to literally have an overview of what your perspective is to be moving into 2020, and realise that you've already got blessings with you, okay, that you seem to have just totally forgotten about. It could have been that, you know, item that's fell that far in the deep freeze that you thought, actually, you know what, I forgot I'd even got that. I'd forgot I'd even, you know, I just want to give the message out here of you've got things around you that are serving you, okay, and you need to get out this thought pattern that I do feel like you've been frozen into, where you keep thinking, if I only had this, I'd be happy, if I only had that, I'd be happier. Be grateful. As we go into December, just be grateful you've survived another year, Gemini, okay? And yeah, it may be certain things that you have learnt lessons-wise, where you will not want to take that baggage or whatever into 2020. But this is the message that I'm getting for you, Gems. I'm going to carry on with the reading, and we've got, you know, transformation. And what did I say with the big butterfly that's in this card here? Okay, this is about transformation. This is about looking at your life, because if we look at this card, it's like she's realising for the first time, well, actually, what am I holding here? I'm holding something quite wonderful in my hands, okay? I'm more abundant than I realise. My life is, you know, filled with a lot of things that I do take for granted, and I want to say that word, take for granted, okay? So I'm just going to move these along now, and we'll have a look what else we've got here. We've got the Five of Water coming out now, okay? And again, with the Five of Water, we've got this person that is protected in a shell, okay? And I feel they're so far down, they feel they are, you know, so far under the surface of the water, and they are feeling pulled down. Again, it's sort of mimicking the deep freeze scenario. You have put yourself in this situation where you feel, oh, I'm drowning here. I'm drowning here in this lifestyle. I'm drowning here in this job. And it's saying you need to look above the surface, okay? Because if we look at the Five of Water, it's like she's looking up towards, like, being taken up to the surface to actually take a breath and breathe, okay? Because she's well protected in this shell. She's well protected in this shell here. And it's saying, okay, you need to come to the surface. You need to step outside the freezer and just look at what you've actually got, guys. Just be grateful. I want to keep saying this word grateful to you, okay? Of the hidden blessings that you already carry along with you, your talents that you have with you. Geminis are a really sociable person. They are a social butterfly, and I want to say butterfly again because we've got the butterfly in this hidden blessings card. You are a social butterfly. You're a joker. You like a laugh. You work hard. You play hard, okay? But I do feel that in December, my Geminis are going to be thinking, oh, you know, it hasn't been a bad year, but it could have been a better year. But it's just saying you need to come to the surface, okay? And yeah, you do need to look at certain things in your life, reflect on the last 11 months of the year, for you to then carry what you need going into 2020. With the transformation here, I think it's about you need to take stock and totally, as I said, get in that blinking deep freezer, chuck out the old stuff that's been in there months, okay, that's gone out of date or unedible or whatever, but I'm just using this as a metaphor. You need to get in that deep freeze, clear it all out, okay, defrost it, and then be left with whatever you need to be carrying in to 2020. Okay, so I'm just going to open this up a little bit more. So let's see what's going on a bit further down the line, gems. We have High Priestess of Water, okay, and Forbidden. Now, the High Priestess of Water is just knocking on from this Five of Water. There's an actual new moon on the forehead of this card, of this lady on this card. And this is saying, again, once you get to the surface, okay, once you get yourself to the surface to be able to overlook of all the things that are happening in your life and what you have around you, this card is just saying, okay, you need to take stock, as I said, of what you want to be taking into 2020, and then as that last chime or whatever on the 31st of December 2019, all those things, okay, all those things that are tying you down, no longer serve you, you just a total declutter of your life, gems. You lock behind that door. You lock behind that door because, again, I don't know whether you can see on this card here, we've got the new moon here on the High Priestess, and we have a new moon above this door, and this is literally closing the door on 2019 and leaving behind, okay, leaving behind everything that no longer serves you, my lovely. And once that door is closed, there's no going back, because you need to get into this. This is closing the door on 2019, on everything that you've gone through, okay? You've cleared your freezer out, okay? You'd have defrosted your freezer, you close the door on 2019, and you go in to 2020 with this new spark of what needs to be going in to 2020. Right, okay, this is getting interesting now. So we move along with the other cards, and we have, oh, I love this card, Loyal Heart, okay, Loyal Heart, and Serendipity. Oh wow. Now then, the Loyal Heart here, when you shut your door 31st of December, gems, okay, you're locking that door, locking out everything that's gone on in the past 12 months. You are going in to 2020 being loyal to yourself. This is what I want to say now. This is loyal to yourself in the collective, okay? And with the Serendipity card here, it's as though you're being lifted up in 2020. You'll be able to feel lighter, because at the moment I just feel, with everything that's been going on, Gems, with you, you just feel very, it's like a heavy energy, okay? And that's because, as I've said, you've just gone through sort of 2019, just throwing your thoughts into that deep freeze, thinking, yeah, okay, I'll look at that later. Okay, I'll just carry on with that for now. And it's just like gone on and on and on until you've literally got to this state where everything is just, even yourself, just completely, you're just bogged down in this deep freeze, and you're thinking, actually, no, I can't even get the lid down on this, and I need to start looking. And it's just a metaphor about your life, Gems, okay? But as we shut the door on everything what you've addressed and realised that it's no longer going to serve you, then you're being loyal to your own heart. And having the serendipity, you are going to be going into a different phase. With a 4-leaf clover as well, I do feel that some of you, as we step into 2020, you are, because of all this assessing, okay, of all this realisation, that some of you could be changing your job, okay? You will be changing your relationships, or you'll be ending a relationship, okay? But I'll come back onto that in a little while. But it's just going into 2020 in a more positive, lighter, more abundant as well. Because when we've got less to worry over, when we've got less responsibilities and we prioritise our life, then we do get more time back for us, okay? And we can, literally grow as a person ourselves. So that's what I'm feeling there, okay? So I'm just going to scoot back, my lovelies, and we'll have a look at what's going on with the romantic here with these cards then. So if I come back to the start, okay? Hidden blessings here. I just feel I'm picking up with some Geminis who may be bordering on a friendship and have known somebody now for quite some time. And with the Wizard of Awareness and the Dragon's Lair, because again, I try and do two sides of a romantic thing here, people who are single and those who may already be in a relationship. So I'm feeling here, okay, that I'm picking up with a Gemini who hasn't been in a relationship for quite some time, but it's saying here that there's a certain person around you that you sort of have a laugh and a joke with. You're not in a committed relationship, but it's like a friendship that's going to, that you feel, that you sit there and you think, you know what, I do feel, and I want to say now, I'm picking up with somebody who may have been sort of on a friendship level with a person who was had been burnt recently or in the past in a relationship, and had their barriers. They had quite a lot of barriers, and this year, okay, whoever this person is that you've sort of had been a friend with, okay, it's like you've had to chip away at these frozen, like they've frozen themselves out because it's only because they wanted to protect them, really. And you've sat, going into December, you're sitting there thinking, here's a person that I really get on with, and I feel they get on with you, okay? But to them, I'm picking up, whoever this person is, Gems, that you're dealing with, I feel this is their energy, okay? As I say, they've shut the door, they've put barriers up, they've been a bit frosty, because it's only because it's protecting them. It's like protecting their heart, okay, because of past hurts. And as I said, it's a hidden blessing, really, this friendship that you have been working on and have been, you understand as well, Gems, whoever this person is that you're attracted to, you understand where they've come from in this, and I do think it was a bad relationship, or whether it was a bad family environment, okay? Whatever it is, they've sort of slowly over this year have opened up to you, okay? They've opened up to you about their deepest feelings and everything else. And it's just to say, whoever this Gemini who's dealing with this person, whether male or female, it doesn't matter, then you have seen a transformation in that person. They have seen a transformation in themselves because of having you with them, okay? You have been there for them. You've been a support for them. But because of the friendship, how it's grown, and now they're sort of dropping their guard a little bit. Because I feel like now, because if, like I said, I don't want to confuse you, this is them, okay? This is the person, Gems, you've been dealing with. When you first met them, they were like Mr. or Mrs. Freeze, okay? It was like, whew, you know, quite frosty, got a lot of barriers, okay? And then over time, you've realised the reasons why they've been like this, okay? And trust has been built up between you pair. So they realise that you have literally transformed them, and you've got this beautiful relationship with them. Because here on the Five of Water now, a lot of emotions here, they have been quite, you know, there's been a lot of emotions bottled up as well. And sometimes I want to say, like, they've been a bit harsh to you in the past because of this barrier issue, and emotionally they've said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. But it's because of whatever this situation is that they had to deal with, whether it's been in a bad family, okay, or whether it's a previous relationship where they were suffering. But it's saying, my lovelies, in December, this friendship, this person, whoever you've got this link with, they are literally going to breathe, and they are resurfacing as a new person. With the High Priestess of Water again, with the crescent moon, the new moon. And my lovelies, this is the main card here. It's Loyal Heart. This is you. This is the pair of you. This is the pair of you here, and I feel like I'm getting a bit emotional now, because when you first met them, they had a lot of issues. And as I said, it might be that they had addictions, or they come from a volatile family environment, or past hurts. But this person was very wounded, very, very wounded when you first met them, okay? So much they had no feeling, they were numb, literally numb with what they'd been through, okay? But it's your positive friendship, love, whatever it is you've surrounded this person in the last 11 months with. They look at you now as with a loyal heart, and I do feel there is going to be this is going to grow into more than a friendship now. Do you know what I mean? Because they've gained your trust, the love's grown there between you, and you've shown them what. It wasn't all them, because they did come in with a kind of very, very low confidence, didn't have any self-worth, and you've literally built them up from nothing, okay? And they realise that. They realise that as we're going into the end of the year, my lovelies, and this is the loyal heart between you two, okay? And then with the serendipity, it's just basically you'll both be flying high. Both be flying high here, going into 2020. And I do feel, obviously, there was a reason why you met this person earlier on in the year, because you've grown together. I feel like here, the growth here, your friendship has grown so strong. But I do feel that some of you could go on to the next level there, okay? So that's what I'm picking up there with the romantic side of things. Obviously, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but I just feel here, I'm just the whole of that reading for the romantic side. I'm just going to leave it there with that, because it's just dominating this reading on this special situation of these Geminis who've been dealing with this person, as I said. So I'm going to read the last card now. And we have Caregiver, okay? We are with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognising the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives. Just as you received care and love at the start of your life, caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. Now then, on the collective side here, this is saying caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. So what I'm feeling here on the collective, Gems, as I was saying, you just carried on through the year thinking, yeah, I'll deal with that, I'll just carry on, let ride with that. And it's just like you haven't paid attention for your own needs because you've been there for your loved ones, and obviously it says here completely, and often neglect your own concerns and well-being in the process. And that is what my message was saying for the collectives. You need to get in that deep freezer, sort out everything, prioritise your life, my lovelies, for you, because you've been taking too much responsibility on, you've been doing too much for others, and it's saying here you've got to show love to yourself. Okay, you need to show love to yourself, give time to yourself as the collective going into 2020. But oh man, the one with the romantic side of things, okay, you have been the caregiver for this person, Gem, whoever it was. You started in the year with somewhere along the timeline where this person who came from this really, situation that made them totally barrier themselves, 100 barriers, 10 locked doors. Do you know what I mean? They've got so many doors. It's so much that you've chipped away at this person to get to the true essence of them. Okay, you've totally transformed this person in whatever you've done here in this friendship, and it's allowed them now to come up to the surface. And like I say, there's a loyal heart here between you two. Even if it's not on the romantic, I just feel there's a trusted bond, a united bond here with a friendship that will never ever break. But if it is on the romantic, then I do feel two loyal hearts here that will be carrying on, and it could even go to the next level because there's this true love. That's what I want to say, this true love energy between whoever this Gemini is dealing with, this person who's been in this scenario. And it's saying here, for you are just, it's the caregiver aspect here. It's just literally, you've given your heart and soul to this other person to literally transform them from when you first knew them. Right then, my lovely, so what I'm going to do now is have a look at this art card that I've done for you. And it's a bit like the tea leaves, okay? It's the first time I've looked at this because I like to read the messages, and then I'll look into this now and see what extra little bit of information I can pick up from this card. So let's have a quick look into here and see what other messages we've got. Okay. Okay, right, what I can see, because when I hold the card back like that, I don't know whether you'll be able to see off the actual, but this here is literally like a crab's claw, okay? And that to me is a symbol of to be mindful, really, that somebody is going to be a bit untrusting around you, Gemini. It's not going to affect everybody, but I just feel with the pincers here, it's as though somebody will be taking some finances. I can just see like theft, and it's been money that's been taken literally been stolen, and I feel like it's a family member. Okay, I think it's a family member who's literally been taking money off somebody without them knowing, but it's going to come to light. It's going to come to light, guys. I feel like another family member is going to sort of look into this, and he's going to think, hang on a minute, what's going on here? What was this money missing from dad's, mum's, whatever? Do you know what I mean? And I just feel with the because I want to keep doing this with a pincer. It's like literally, oh, I'm going to take that. They're not going to notice that. So it's just around some of my Geminis to be aware. Okay, might not be directed to you, but it might be. You might hear from another family member, so and so has been stealing off, their own kith and kin type of scenario. So I was just mindful of that in that card. Okay, let's have a look what else we got here. Other things we can pick up. Okay, this is funny. I've got a face here, but now this is going to be around New Year's Eve. I do feel that some of my Geminis will be going to a New Year's Eve party, okay? And it's like one of those masquerade balls, okay? And I just feel whether it's you who will be wearing the mask on you, or whether it's the person that you're going to be meeting at this event, because I do feel here, whilst you're in this environment, whether it's them wearing the mask or you wearing the mask or whatever, but I just see a romance here sparking off. Somebody new you're going to meet in this environment, but I want to say masquerade ball, masked, you know what I mean, where they wear this kind of a scenario. So that's quite a positive thing there. Let's have a look what else we've got going on. Okay. Okay, I've also got here, and I'll just have to say what I see in these cards. I feel like there's a family here. I've got 3 people, and they're sort of sitting around somebody in a hospital bed around the Christmas period, okay? And I do feel, like I say, I've got 3 people, and they're just literally sitting. I can just see the person there, but I do feel that this person would have been taken ill, about 3 or 4 days just before Christmas itself. Something that was not expected, basically. And I just see the family there, but I do feel it's only going to be for a short time. I do feel that whoever this is affecting, it's just to say, don't worry. They're just going to, I just feel like they're being kept in for observations just for 2 days. So you will still have your Christmas, that was planned. It's just to say, don't worry. I just want to say, don't worry. I feel like this person will have some health issues going into December, but it's just to say that they could be in hospital, and they could be kept in for observations. And I just see three key people, okay, sitting by this person. But as I say, I do feel it's just kept in for observations, and you still be able to have your Christmas. Don't worry about that, because I know it's horrible to have people in hospital over the Christmas period, okay? Right, let's have a look else what we've got going on, guys. Okay. Now, I don't know whether anybody has got some event planned. I just see a horse here, and it's like a white dapple horse, okay, here. So whether that's some of my Geminis are thinking of actually purchasing a horse for themselves as their Christmas gift, okay. But it's saying here, I just want to say, if you are going to look at this horse, just ask the owner about the medical history of that horse. I just feel that it might have had some issues around the neck area, okay? On the neck area, it was either injured under the mane, what would hide the scar. So just be mindful if you are looking at horses to purchase around the Christmas period. It's just saying here, or even if you own a horse, I'm just getting a dapple horse, obviously white and grey, I feel, but it's just saying, I just keep wanting to put my hand under the mane, round by the neck. So I just feel there's either been an injury or they've had an injury there, just to be mindful of that, because it's just so prominent there to me on that card there with a horse there, okay? So I'll pick up that there. Let's have a look what else we've got going on, gems, in this card. Okay. I've got a fish here, a prominent big fish here, okay? Now this can be meaning a symbol fish. So I do feel then, I'm looking at the fish symbol here about relationships. I'm picking up with some Gemini here, where I feel they will will get my teeth in right. They will hear some information about somebody who they've been in a relationship with, okay? Let me just get this, what I'm feeling. So I'm just getting a download here about this fish. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I feel like then, Gemini I'm picking up with here, with having this fish symbol, it's just saying to be mindful really, that whoever you're dealing with is sort of swimming quite deep. Their emotions are quite deep at the moment, and they're sort of hiding their feelings, okay? So as we go into December, I just feel some of my Geminis out there will be sensing this from their partner. They've just seemed to have gone a bit within themselves, okay? And you just need to, why do I want to say hook, line and sinker now? Right, okay, so, hook, line and sinker, somebody's telling me to say here. They've had you hook, line and sinker. Okay, thank you. Right then, so what I'm getting now is the fish is saying that there's some Geminis out there who are dealing with somebody whose emotions have been running really deep, very guarded, not being quite open with you. And I feel lies have been told, okay, about some of their movements recently. They've said they've been somewhere and then you found out that they have actually lied to you, and they, you know, you just found some lies and you were taken hook, line and sinker. Okay, they've had your hook, line and sinker. That's the information I've got there. Okay, my lovelies. So it's not going to resonate with everybody, but I do feel, as I said, Geminis, whoever you're dealing with, it might not even be in a romantic. It could be in a business a business collective, where in a partnership you've trusted somebody with money, okay, or you've trusted somebody to do a job for you and you've paid for it, but I'm basically just saying you have been hook, line, had hook, line and sinker. They've just had you basically, okay? So that's what I'm picking up there, and that's why the fish is there, my lovelies, okay? Let's have a look what else we've got here. I'm going to try and hold this card, because when I go back on the videos, once I've recorded them, and they're far away on the screen, and when I sort of look from, I think, oh gosh, I've seen that there as well. So I am just going to hold this back a little. So, okay, right then. And I'm glad I've done that, because here, it mimics elephants' tusks here, okay? Loggerheads. I feel that there's some of my Geminis here, because families at Christmas are supposed to get together and, have a Christmas meal and what have you, but I feel two families I feel that there's some loggerhead going on here. I don't know what the dynamic is as to why that one side of the family is at war, and I want to say war with the other, and either it's just a sorry state of affairs, really. I feel that I'm picking up with some of the Geminis here, where one side has said, look, you know, it's Christmas, can we try and forget this? Okay, I'm sick of the arguments, I'm sick of all the, you know, I'm just sick of it, just basically sick of how we've been treating one another on the family side, okay? But I just feel like, you know, it's been a logger-headed situation, but I do feel, because of the blue that's coming through, that you may actually resolve whatever this is, because I feel like it's been going on a couple of months, guys. You've been at loggerheads with families or whatever, or feuds, but saying here with the blue water coming in, I do feel that, and with the tusks sort of parting here, that you're either going to come to a stalemate where you say no and you stand your ground and things can't be repaired, or because the blue, it's because of the blue coming in, I do feel that there is going to be a resolve, okay? There is going to be a sort of, you know, a warming, a throwing in the gauntlet, saying, you know, this is silly, we're at Christmas, we're family, let's just forget this, okay? You know, where the tusks lock in, I do feel that's a pulling away, because it's pulling away on the card. And I do feel that that could be resolved there. Okay, so that's what I've also got in the card. Let's have a look what else we've got here. Okay. Right. And I hate when it's to do with health reasons, but again, I have to say what I see. Here, right, here, I feel that somebody's had an operation recently, okay, but I do feel that something will have, because I want to say stitches, I feel like somebody's had stitches just before Christmas, will have had an injury where they've literally had stitches, okay. Might want to even say to do with a hand, because I feel like I want to say hand, but I just feel that an infection. I just feel there's something to do with a hand, okay, because I keep doing like this now, where there's been stitches on a finger or down a hand, or whether it's on like carpal tunnel now that I want to say. I feel like, you know, it's all to do with the hand, guys. But I do feel there's an infection, and stitches will have to be taken out for it to be redressed, and then it can heal, because I just see here there's an infection here lying in, but I just want to go hand, something to do with the hand, okay? So I'm also picking that up. Again, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but it's just what I'm feeling, okay? So let's have a look what else we got here before we go on to the next business. See what else I can pick up in this card. See if I can see any letters actually. Oh, well, that's a nice aspect here. I've just got water, and I can just see like waterfalls, you know, like somebody literally just looking down or looking at a waterfall coming down. So that could be some of you maybe going on a holiday where you actually are experiencing, it's like I can actually see somebody walking through like a cave environment, and then they'll come out and they'll see all this water like a waterfall, and they'll be like, wow, you know, like an experience. So I could be picking up with some Geminis who will be going on this experience. It could be just a walking group that you're with, and you've set this event up for Christmas to go away on a short weekend. But all I can see is the group walking through like a cavern, but then there's this massive expanse that comes out and this rushing of water. Okay, so again, that's not going to resonate with everybody, but I can just see that there in the card as well, my lovelies. So yeah, that's what I get there in the card that I created for you. And I just want to say as well, because in one aspect that's water, as I said with the group, but when I turn it round the other way, it's like gas flames, okay? Gas flames. So that is, I just feel a warning for somebody. Somebody's got an elderly parent or somebody who they look after, elderly, just to be mindful that they've got this habit of late of leaving the gas on. Okay, leaving the gas on. So it's a message here now. They're just saying, please test carbon monoxide alarms for an elderly person who's got gas in their house, who's getting a bit forgetful, and it's been a bit of a worry. And I just feel it's just this element of a gas pilot, okay, that maybe needs looking at as well. But it's just to say, get a carbon monoxide. If you have got an elderly person who lives on their own over Christmas and who are getting forgetful, and you've noticed over the last couple of months they are getting forgetful, it's just this issue with gas, my lovelies. So that's what I wanted to pick up there. So I am now going to read for you, Gemini, the poem that I've done for you for December. And we have, as the year draws to an end, time to reflect. Thankful for hidden blessings, learn to respect. Things in life are gifts of hope to help us carry on. Even when we feel numb and frozen, the universe will bring the sun to bring transformation, no more dwelling in the past. Be loyal to yourself, knowing fate will at last bring in new opportunities in 2020, the new year. Time to love yourself, my friend. The thaw is nearly here. Okay, so I'll just read it again so we can have a look at the words again, and I'll just go through them as I read them. As the year draws to an end, time to reflect. Thankful for hidden blessings, learn to respect. And as I said, these in the collective, as I mentioned, you know, be respectful for the blessings that you do have, okay? Things in life are gifts of hope to help us carry on. Even when we feel numb and frozen, the universe will bring the sun. And yeah, when we do feel, like I say, in this frozen environment, and I do feel that this on the relationship side now, that person who has felt frozen, had no confidence, you have been the sun to them, okay? You have been their sunshine to them to bring transformation. No more dwelling in the past. Be loyal to yourself, knowing fate will at last. Be loyal to yourself, loyal-hearted, as I mentioned, about, you know, freeing up some of your time, Gems, because you've done too much for other people, as I read on the card, okay, for the collective. So yeah, be loyal to yourself, knowing fate will at last bring in new opportunities in 2020, the new year. Time to love yourself, my friend. The thaw is nearly here. And yeah, the thaw is nearly here, of you addressing, as I said, things that no longer serve you, going into 2020, digging that deep freeze, getting the thaw in so that you can go into 2020, my lovely, with this frame of mind. With these two cards just about sum it up on both, really, on the collective and the romantic. The massive transformation on the romantic of this person that you've chipped away at this in the deep freeze and everything else, the barriers, the locked doors that they've put on themselves, and you're both there with the, you know, the loyal heart. And that I do feel on that romantic side, well, friendship side, because here, if we look here, there's a key hanging here, and it's like you have literally unlocked their heart, guys, on the romantic, on that person that you've been dealing with, okay? And then with the key here on the collective, it's about unlocking your freedom, Gems, unlocking your freedom of being able to clear out what no longer serves you, transform your life going into 2020, and being more focused on your needs, okay? Being more focused on what you want to achieve, what your dreams and wishes are, okay, going into 2020. So now what I'm going to do is pull the little charm for your Gems. So I'll give the bag a little shake, 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 shake. or jingle bells, jingle bells. Yeah, that's what I'm singing. So let's have a look what we've got then to finish up for December 2019. What charm have we got? Oh, this is the first time I've ever pulled him out. It's a little sheep, okay? A little sheep here. And what I feel with the sheep, with the collective is as it says, don't follow sheep, okay? Don't follow the sheep. Don't follow that thought where I said to you, you just keep thinking, oh, you know, I'll just deal with that then. I'll carry on with that. I'll just shut down I'll just keep managing it. Okay, I'll just keep managing it, and it's just like following the sheep. Okay, but you've got to pull away from that. You've literally got to pull away from that, Gemini, because you're just following. You've just been following this repeated pattern, following a repeated pattern that hasn't been serving you. Okay, so it's literally, it's as I said before at the start on the collectives, when I said you've actually built the freezer up yourself, okay, because of just following the same old things. It's just saying here, okay, that don't follow the sheep. Be yourself. That's what I want to say now. Be yourself and don't follow sheep. Okay. Now on the romantic side, where we've had this person here, I just feel the sheep there. It's vulnerability. Okay, because I just want to feel like it's a I want to say lamb to the slaughter, because this person, whoever you've had this friendship with, okay, they were very vulnerable, like an animal, like a tiny lamb. Okay, they were a very, very vulnerable person when you first met them, and I just feel that that's the symbolisation of the person they were. Okay, their vulnerability, but it's just saying that's going to be transformed as we go into 2020. Just to know that that's the old symbolisation of that person on both. Really, it's a symbolisation on the collective that you know, gems, you have been, just for the sake of it, following the sheep because it's been easier for you to do so, but by doing it you've just cluttered up your own life, really. So it's just saying no more following the sheep for you. Get yourself sorted, realise what, you know, areas you need to get sorted out before we go into 2020. And then for the romantic side, as I say, the vulnerability of that little lammy, okay, is going to be left in 2019, and as we go into 2020, you know, it's going to be a more stronger person. I want to say stronger person, because I do feel they have really been vulnerable. That's what I wanted to say. I just want to keep saying that word, vulnerable, over and over again. For those people who've been dealing with this person on the romantic, I don't want to say romantic because it might not even be romantic, but it's like, it's a situation where you've literally had to nurture this person from this, you know, vulnerable lamb, to taking them through to literally coming out in 2020 as a far stronger person, okay, and strength, like the lion. You've actually given them strength, okay. So that's what I want to say. So my lovely Geminis, I hope there's elements of that reading for December 2020 you can take away with you. As I said, always think outside the box. It might be somebody who you're dealing with who's a Gemini, or could have Gemini in their astrology house. So I wish you, my lovelies, a fantastic Christmas period. Have a happy new year, and I will look forward to reading to you again in January 2020. Take care then. Bye. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.